The time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hello, I'm Runia, aka Media Adaptation, and welcome back to Moderation while meets for a game. And it's Friday. And we were asked to look at other potential candidates for the lost anime known as Saki Sanobashi, aka Go for a Punch. And first off, I'd like to say thank you for the success of our previous video on the subject. And we received a lot of viewer response, most of them positive, one of them saying that our title was clickbait, which I don't see, since we were asked to compare the given anime to Sakai. And that's what we spent the entire episode doing. We even clearly called it research, so it's not like I ever claimed that we found it. We also have some others claiming it to be the anime When They Cry, aka Higurashi no Takakiro ni, which we've covered the entire series in the past, and I can safely say, no it's not. It does have people clawing out their own throats, but that's about it. Although it has been years since we actually covered that topic, and I wouldn't be opposed to doing a retrospective on it, as well as its multiple adaptations. We also have others who claim that they have it, but won't share or give the name of it, which to me sounds more like a troll. Some screenshots have supposedly surfaced, but I haven't been able to confirm or deny the validity of them. We also have someone who said it was The Curse of Kazu Omazu, but we already covered that one earlier this year, and it's not. Some decent gore and some interesting storylines, and if you'd like to check that one out, then the link will be in the card as well as the insulate. And one of our other viewers were kind enough to give us an up-to-date list on their group's research into the subject, of what they have and have not proven it to be. Sadly, it seems like the video that we planned for the day is also on it. But sadly, when we got it, our video was about 90% done, and it was also a viewer request anyway, so we might as well finish it. High School Mysteries, aka Gakuen Nanafushigi, does check off a lot of boxes that we were looking for on the topic. And just like last week, it is also from the early 90s, but keeps the 80s art style. The length of each episode also falls into the 30-minute range, so it was looking all promising on that front as well. Another positive is that it also had the neutral color scheme of the characters. Although, something we forgot to mention last time is that it was also rumored that one of the characters was blonde, to the point of their hair looking white, which I think is why people pointed to the cover of our last one. I am unsure if that part was part of the original post or something that was added to later, but still something to keep in mind. High School Mysteries primarily focuses on our main character, Mizuki, and her spiritual friend, Miko, and primarily deal with Anryu and Yuri for most of them. But sadly, aside from a few of the ones we mentioned last time on this subject, most of them just kind of blur together, normally possessing people trying to make them kill themselves. There are a handful of them that stand out, cause they skip the middleman and just go for our main characters. We have one ghost who's missing a hand, and then strong-arms Mizuki into helping her try and find it, blaming their science teacher, but then loses it after they find nothing. We have another one that takes her over, and just tries to kill Miko. She makes some good progress, but then they try and talk her out of it. The spirit starts to regain control, so Mizuki stabs herself to end the fight. Then we have one of my favorites, when they just pull her into the mnemonic abyss, and pretty much just mess with her head for a bit. But they end up taking too long, and Miko reopens the portal, and then brings it down as they try to follow. When viewing the series as a whole, it's far less violent than the handful of clips we got on YouTube. People do die a lot in the show, but when it comes to blood, it is used very sparingly, with minor exceptions. They still get away with a lot of violent imagery, but it feels like they are targeting a younger teen audience with it. We also get a few episodes with some nice spirits, like one time they got lost in the woods, and the soul of someone who died to that fate led them back to the search party. And in one of her last episodes, Miko recounts when she was younger, she got lost in a snowstorm, and a Yukiona helped save her. And the final nail in the coffin is that there's simply just no fan service or nudity of any kind. So, even if there was a lost movie to this, it just simply does not fit the criteria that we're looking for. So, again, sorry if this felt like a remedial course to the few of you that have been keeping up with this search for a while. But they do say science is repeatable, so if someone ever brings up this anime again in response to searching for it, then please just point them to this video as a way to explain why it's not. And again, if you have any other suggestions of possible subjects for this topic, or just lost media in general, then please just let us know. And that about does it for this video. If you have any other ideas like seeing made into a video, then please post it down in the comments below, and we'll add it to our next viewer request week.
It's now time for the part of the show where we ask you to help us appease the YouTube algorithm by dropping a like, share, or comment. It helps out much more than you'd think.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, then it's very much appreciated. And if you'd like to support this channel, then please visit our Patreon. Link will be down in the description below. Even if you can't give a lot, every little bit helps. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, I'm Runya.
And I'm Ada.
Remind you to take life in moderation.
Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children,